offense getting pushed back.
Well, he came close to putting this ball into the end zone, but he comes up short. Now we're looking at a 3rd and goal. Boy, the defense is digging in. The offensive line trying to get a good push. I'm curious to see if they try to run the football again here on 3rd and goal.
He's escaping the pocket now. And it's incomplete, targeting a man right near the goal line.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
And the kick is good. Offense settles for 3 on the drive. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. Pre-snap motion from the offense. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the 1st. And the Seminoles will crank up the tempo. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it. Able to throw it away. He felt the heavy pressure, took a hit, but got rid of the football. Incomplete, so it's 2nd down and 10. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
The pocket breaking down. He's going to take off here. So the scramble comes up short, and now this offense facing a 4th down play.
I just love the fact he doesn't take a sack here. In fact, I'm sure he can imagine hearing his coach saying it's 3rd down, do not take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't quite get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yards.
It's complete. That's enough for a 1st down. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the 1st down.
Toss play to the outside. The ball carrier taken down, but there's a flag on the field. That one hurts. Backs him up 10 yards. This is the 6th play on the drive. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it right near the end zone.
Boy, the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do right from the time he got the snap. The receiver was able to create some separation almost immediately on that corner route.
Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field, so let's check this call. Offense will have to overcome the holding penalty now. The Noles line it up with 1st and goal. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Makes a quick catch. Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now. Coming up, 2nd down and goal. Here's a run to the left looking for the touchdown. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution with championship pressure, Kirk.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional in how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. The last possession, they had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Can they find the end zone this time out? On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. The pass will fall incomplete on the scramble attempt. Good coverage there. So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. And the quarterback dropping back. Looking for his big tight end. Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. And a big gain moves the ball across midfield all the way to the 39.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Forced out of bounds, but not before the football's moved inside the 10. 1st down and goal.
Well, this is what you would call a 3-down back. Running backs that can run between the tackles, they can get outside, and they can also catch the ball out of the backfield. Here they have the benefit of having one of those.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Boy, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front, and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they scored this touchdown.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Good push up front and great acceleration by this back. I'll tell you, he's doing a pretty good impression right now of a combination of greats that they've had at Florida State. Guys like Warrick Dunn and Devontae Freeman, and more recently with guys like Cam Akers and Dalvin Cook.
1st down here for this offense. They'll run it here. Just trucks the man. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior.
Well, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the plus 40.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
And the Noles will have 1st and 10 here. It's a shotgun run call.
Dude,
some space around the 30. They stop at the 22. This offense in great scoring position now. 1st down play call. How aggressive will it be? Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Well, I would just stick with this RPO. That's a really solid game, and it's plays like this that eventually make that defense collapse down. Then you can pull it.
Leon, Trail say happy late birthday.
To your receiver.
There's the tackle, but 1st down yardage. The Seminoles looking to use the up-tempo offense here. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Noles. Kicking team on now for the extra point. PHC is good. They still trail, though. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. He tosses it back. And he's going to float this one to the right side. Incomplete with 4 seconds remaining. Time for just one more play.
Well, you can see what happens when you try to squeeze it in.
Stop doing that.
An incompletion is the best result.
You so damn
Because
dramatic here.
interception is the most likely outcome anytime you throw into double cover.
And he'll be brought down, and that will wrap
Bridges
up
won the
the
Cheeto
first half of
Bowl.
play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick this away to begin the second half. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. And they get the second half started with their running play. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Looking to pass here on second down. Looks left and finds his target there. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down into the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
Solid gain, moves the ball to the 43.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they've been defend this style of playing moving forward.
Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. And the Seminoles will come to the line to run the hurry up. Catch made on the left side. That's a big hit at the end, but he earned a fresh set of downs.
Good job with the offensive line giving his quarterback time to throw, and you can see the damage he can do to you when he does have time. A great throw and something you just kind of expect in Tallahassee, a quarterback that can make throws like this.
The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Looking right, this one caught. Unleashes the stiff arm. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
Handoff heading left. Good enough for first down yardage. The Noles looking to finish the drive here. It's 1st and goal. 1st and goal, handoff. Touchdown, Seminoles. And the comeback is on. Who says you need explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, grinding scoring drive.
And think about this. This is a national championship, and you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense. Man, that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
Kicking team out for the PAT try. PAT is good. They draw within 3, 24-21. Now they get set to kick it away. Throws it inside the 5-yard line. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. On the run, he'll let it go. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Or out of bounds, but it's another big gain. This offense producing chunk plays through the air.
Boy, what a big-time play here by this wide receivers. You know, sometimes, Chris, I wonder if Woody Hayes would be enjoying this modern passing attack from his Buckeyes. And I like to think that winning would outweigh any concerns he may have about that ball being in the air so often.
Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Just another great example, Chris, of an Ohio State quarterback and receiver combination being so dangerous. So think about the last 8 or 10
Fortnite.
years, I think Ohio State has been as Wow, that is big-time awareness by his teammate to get on top of the
guess
football.
what? Guess what I had
As
to
a
get.
result, they catch a break and are able to retain possession.
To get
What's the play
25.
call here on second down for this offense? And here's the handoff.
No. To my rest.
He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan
Get that, and then
are the
baseball
ones
come
where
out.
you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down.
I've been
but he
trying to
got
help both of y'all.
We believe
Looking
that's
to
what people
throw
want
now
to
on
be
first
doing.
down.
Yo,
Under pressure, just lets it go. Able to get the pass away, but took a hit that time. Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. From the shotgun, drops back. Tries the right with a quick throw. But he's got his man open downfield. Tackle made after a big gain.
That's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility and what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback safety blanket.
Here comes a throw from the red zone. Makes the grab. Can he get there? Into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. This is just quarterback wizardry. An amazing game with a national championship on the line tonight.
This might be as good of a quarterback performance as I've seen in a national championship in some time. The defense has got to try to do something to get him out of sync by trying to blitz or sit back and change up coverage, because what they've called up to this point just isn't working.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so a touchback will start at the 25. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. A beautiful, balanced drive reached the end zone last time. Can they keep it going here? They start the drive giving the ball to the receiver on an end around. Breaking free at the 35. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
You know, we're seeing this more and more where wide receivers are getting involved in the running game, both here in college and also up in the NFL. I think it's due to plays like this one right here, and it's not going to change anytime soon. Excellent play call.
Catch made on the left side. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. He stays along. He escaped one tackler. Couldn't escape the rest. They got him for a sack. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Offense appeared to be confused about the snap count there. It'll cost him 5. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Now it's second down here. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
They try to pick up the third down yardage on the ground. Finds room at the 30. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. And the Noles looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball inside the 10-yard line. Defense getting pushed back. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here.
Another positive gain by this back. I tell you, between the offensive line sustaining blocks and this back's vision and ability to explode into that second level of this defense, this guy's having...
Touchdown, Florida State. A strong fight back. Here we go, national championship game, fourth quarter. One possession game, Kirk. Let's see who's going to step up.
Well, the stakes can't get any bigger. The offense has done their job to give themselves a chance. But what about their opponent? What about the other side? How will they handle this pressure? Late in the game, they still have the lead. I want to see what their plan of attack is and how aggressive they might be willing to be.
This one will be fair caught. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. There's the handoff. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. They'll use that running game, trying to bleed the clock here. He stopped, but he gets a first down.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
So the offense with a 1st and 10 now. The football placed exactly at midfield. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. And that run produces a decent gain.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage of the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continuing to keep the ball in bounds.
The back's got it on a counter. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they'll set up now for the extra point try. Extra point up and good. A double-digit lead now here in the fourth quarter. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. In that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the running game. And see if they can do it again. And he'll rifle this one deep to the right side. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Touchdown, Noles. Still plenty of life left. That was an enormous touchdown. They're still behind, but it's a one-possession game, national championship on the line.
Yeah, the offense did their job to make this thing interesting. Now their opponent. What will their opponent do? Are they going to try to kill clock? Are they going to just try to run the football? Are they going to get aggressive and throw and try to score themselves? Still, a lot can happen here in these closing minutes.
Returner decides to fair catch this. Offense back out there trying to get something going. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They'll run it from the gun. That run takes it across the 30-yard line.
Well, nothing like getting positive yards here, playing with the lead late in the game and then staying in bounds to boot. It's exactly what you want to see as an offensive coordinator.
We head now to the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win. Getting set. Here's second down. Handoff from the shotgun. And it's good for a first down to the 36.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. Offense getting set. It's second down. Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. Picked off a crucial turnover. He's got some room and some blockers here.
Hey, come on, man.
Touchdown, Seminole.
Come on, nigga. Turn up.
6 with an interception return. Wow, what a moment. National championship game, and the defense has put their team in front in the fourth quarter.
Chris, they're just trying to get a stop here at this point in the game, try to get their own offense back out on the field, and instead they get the turnover and the touchdown to boot to give themselves the lead. And we're just minutes away from seeing who's going to win the national championship. But let's not forget that play right there. That could determine the outcome.
State offense comes back onto the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back and do a pick 6 in the last possession. Trying to extend the play. Breaking free at the 35. They finally get him down, but that is a huge play. Quarterback doing it with his legs.
Boy, how many times do we see this late in a fourth quarter? You know the pass rush is going to be there. They're getting after him. They're getting upfield. They get a great push. But what do they create? Space in lanes, and he takes off and picks up a first down.
And it's complete downfield. Finally brought down, but this is a big play. Moves the ball down to the 21.
This is really what separates a good running back from a great running back. Instead of just being a check down or a possibility involved in the screen game, this guy's actual wide receiver lined up in the backfield. That time you could see the versatility and what he brings to the table. He can come up with a big play.
Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. The tackle is made, but the gain sets the offense up. First and goal from the 9.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is going to get after him. They get upfield. They get a great pass rush. What do they create? Space and running lanes. And he takes off and picks up.
Cannot get the throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this stage of the game. And a timeout taken by the offense to stop the clock with 12 seconds remaining. After a disastrous first down play, they're backed up on second and goal. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. He's moving out of the pocket. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Now a timeout is taken with just 5 seconds remaining. Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Intercepted in the end zone.
Trying to be aggressive, but down
Come
late in the game
on!
like this,
I'm
that's a
him.
Come
on! I'm
Pause
him.
on these niggas, man.
I'm him.
Fuck wrong with these niggas, man. Tell us who the fuck you is, who?
Taking knees here.
Fuck.
And that'll do it. He has
Bro, Rico was up
Fuck,
17-0.
with the last team standing at the top of the mountain, Kirk.
He's down 17-0. Hell no.
I'm down 17-0 in the first. I threw 2 picks.
Fuck wrong with these niggas, man?
Overcome them, and how fitting a close game in the national championship. They come
Nigga drove the whole field to throw a pig.
As you say, they
Crazy as hell.
They are the national champions.
Where the fuck Bama at? Weak ass nigga. What are you talking about? Weak ass nigga. What are you talking about? We talking all that shit, man. fuck out of here.
College football. Officials, the kings of the college football world, and
Niggas talking all that shit to everybody in the chat. Weak ass nigga. Nigga weak. I told him, until you see a real sweat, bro.
I had to lock in, man. And my headphones on the charger. I said, let me lock the fuck in.